Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Phoenix checking back in, guys. Survival of the fittest. Um, Guys, there's only one reason why you don't want to build an AR-15. Why you don't want to build your own rifle. There's only one reason why you don't want to build your own rifle. Um, y'all seen my Boyd case before, and the only reason why you don't want to build your own AR is because after you're done building one, as you see this bad boy. After you're done building one, you're going to want to build another one. And then you're going to want to build another one after that. This literally, as soon as I got done with this one, and I was, kind of doing them at the same time, but after I got done with this one, I'm already thinking about my next build. I'm already trying to decide what caliber: 6.5 Grendo, 6.8 SBC, another 7.62 by 39, and most likely it's going to be another 7.62 by 39. Guys, these things are just amazing. The AR-15 is absolutely an amazing weapon system. My 10-year gun owners know that. They know that already. The newbies, if you're having a hard time deciding on whether to get an AR-15 or build an AR-15 or get an AK or what have you, go with an AR, man. I mean, I'm trying my best to get into AKs. I really am. And this is nothing against the AK guys. I know I've studied AKs. I've done my thing. I've done my due diligence with learning about AKs, but I've never picked up one. I've never held one. But just from, what I've seen online and on YouTube, I don't know. That's just a platform system that's not for me. It's almost like the Mini 14 and the Mini 13. That's a rifle that's been around for forever. It works, but most guys gravitate towards an AR-15 versus going to buy a Mini 14 or a Mini 30. You know what I mean? Again, these things are very addicting. Once you get your taste of building one, you're gonna build another one, man. And I mean, it's so modular. The mini calibers you can build with this thing: 450 Bushmaster, 450 8 SOCOM, 350 Legend, 6.5 Grendo, 7.62 by 39, 5.45 by 39, 223, 5.56, 6.8 SBC. I mean, this thing is ridiculous as far as the calibers that it can handle. Can tell me another platform that can do that. AK is going towards that. AK variants are now being this actually can shoot 9mm too. PCCs out of it, but AKs are now starting to do that too. The AK variants, 9mm, 223, 7.62 by 39, 7.62 by 54R. But not some of the wild card cartridges. I mean, this thing, 224 Valkyrie, 6mm arc. I mean, the modularity of this thing is just ridiculous. If you're new to this AR scene, I mean, my best advice for you guys is, to go with a cheap, system, get used to it, learn the system, learn the inner parts of it, learn how to work it, learn everything on it, and then build your own as a backup, or use what you buy in store as a backup. I recommend something, cheap, but good quality, and these days cheap is subjective because, the AR market is now ridiculous. So, M&P 15s, 20, M&P 15s that used to go for $549 are probably going for $900 now. AKs that were going for $400 are now going for $900 to $1,000, So, but still, you're able to, whenever you can still find parts, come up with something like this. This didn't break the bank, but yet it's quality. Yeah, you're gonna get some guys that say go with BCM. You're gonna get some guys that say go with Surefire or EOTech. By all means necessary, if you can afford that stuff, go with it. Go with it, get it. But after you do your research and you say to yourself, well, why spend that much money on something when I can get something less, cost less, that is almost the same quality, or, quality enough to where I can save up money to go and build another rifle or buy more ammo and get more training. I've learned over the years, I'm that guy who started off watching all the YouTube channels say, get BCM, get Magpul, get battle arm development, get Radiant Raptor chargers. I was that guy, oh, let me keep up with what these guys are doing. Let me keep up what the operators are doing, versus doing my own research and saying to myself, you know what, let me search online for good quality products at a fair price, and that's why I stick to UTG. I stick to Strike Industries. I stick to, Gun Tech, my Gun Tech gas block. I love their clamp on glass block. Some guys, some enthusiasts, some guys, guys who know what they're talking about. They don't think they don't know what they're talking about. But some guys are advocate for pinning and welding the gas block on. But I didn't go with that route. Because I'm not going to be shooting this rifle at that rate of fire to where something like that can happen. You don't need the $300 barrel. You don't need the $400 barrel. I remember when, just 2, 3, 4 years ago, people were buying BCM barrels for $300, or, and I'm not taking anything from any company. I love Faxon. I don't own a Faxon, but if I was ever to build a Faxon, I'm going to go with a Faxon because I've done my research, and I say for their price and their quality, I'm going to go with Faxon because they have everything that I want in a barrel. There's barrel companies that charge that same amount as a Faxon barrel, but they don't have half of what, the quality or half of the features that come with that barrel. You don't need a $300 barrel. If you notice, there's a whole bunch of barrel manufacturers now. Supply and demand is a little low right now, but you can build something like this. This is my 223. I took these things to the range and they shoot like a dream. They shoot absolutely like a dream. It's ridiculous, man. Guys are paying $100 for, Lantac drag. If you got the money, go for it. If that's what appeals to you, go for it. I have nothing against what people decide to do with their own rifle, but for my newbies, guys, don't get trapped into thinking that you need $100 items to be cool or look cool and all that. This barrel I bought, I think I paid maybe $40 for it last year. The old Bear Creek Arsenal. They don't make these barrels no more. They say they do, but they don't. These barrels from the old Bear Creek Arsenal when it was taken over, these things are quality. This is the 223 Wild Barrel. This thing shoots like a dream, man. This is the 7.62 by 39 AR barrel, the Bear Claw. This thing shoots like a dream. I'm talking about accurate as hell, like Jesus. Now I haven't shot steel case with these. I've only shot brass because at the range you can only shoot brass. I can't wait to get into some steel case to really kind of test out that accuracy with steel case. But looking online, as far as you got to pick the right cartridge or the right ammo that's going to shoot the most accurate out of your gun. But doing my online research, I heard the best is Barnaul. Barnaul is good. Golden Tiger's pretty good. Wolf is okay. So I started stocking up on Barnaul because I heard Barnaul, as far as standard deviations and as far as velocities, it's running high. It's pretty quality stuff out of Russia. So I started stocking up on that. All the brass stuff I pretty much shoot at the range, man. But as you can see, man, UTG Rail, I paid no more than $100 for these. The backup sights, guys were paying $60 to $80 for flip up backup sights from Magpul, and they were polymer. These are aluminum black sight backup sights by UTG. I think I paid $35 for the set, man. These things are quality. Cheap red dot, cheap in the sense of the red dot only cost me $25-$30, not cheap as in quality as far as it, whether it works or not. Yeah, the thing is made in China, but who the fuck cares? You know what I'm saying? I know some guys are gung-ho about stuff made in America. That's great. Be who you want to be, think how you want to think. As long as I get something quality, I don't care where it comes from. You know what I'm saying? These handguards are solid. Slim handguards. are just solid. You know, they call these the poverty pony lowers. You know, uh, back in the good old days, you can get these lowers for $29.99. You know, $39.99. If you were to get them, that's online. If you were to get them at your local FFL, you're not paying no more than $49.99. But because of the climate of the market, the AR market, you're now dishing out say $89 to $100 for even uh, one of these lowers. You know, I'm the one who started investing in guns because I knew guns and ammo and anything gun related will never ever depreciate. It will always appreciate. It's almost like bonds. Bonds don't depreciate. Bonds just kind of grow slowly. Now, ammo is the new gold, like I knew it was going to be 12 years ago when I started getting into all this. So, the only triggers I'm going to ever mess with are the QMS triggers. Now, I have a CMC trigger, and that's a great trigger. I put that in my 1522 rifle. But for the price of a quality mil spec trigger and shooting this thing, I mean, again, I paid no more than $49 for these. You know, when I did get them on sale, when they were on sale, sometimes they'll be $39. You cannot go wrong with a QMS, you know, ALG QMS trigger, you know. And then if you want to step up to that, they have the ACT. I've had the ACT before, and the ACT is really good, you know. As far as lower parts kit, you're looking at Strike Industries here. I love Strike Industries. You know, just this is just basically for showmanship. If you was to get a standard lower parts kit for $29.99, it would do just fine. It will absolutely do just fine. But to get a little flair and to make your AR your own and make it look good and kind of stand out and do its own thing, you know, I went with something different, and that was the Strike Industries here. The stock, I've always paid no more than $25 for this stock. This is my favorite stock in the world. This is the UTG S2 stock. You know, no wobble. You know, depending on the buffer tube, you got to get the right buffer tube for the stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's no wobble on there. It fits tight, and it's only $25 and it's solid. Good cheek weld. Guys want to go and pay for Magpul. Now they call Magpul the industry standard. I have to disagree. I really do. You know, do they make quality stuff? Yes, they do. You know, they make quality items, but not at the price that I'm paying. Guys want to go and pay $60 to $80 for Radiant Raptor chargers. You know how much this charger costs? $15 with extended latch on there. It does the job. It's solid. Now, is it any gas bussing? No, but I'm not running suppress, so it doesn't matter. You know, my favorite grip, the S2 grip. Guys, these things are addicting. You know, the number one reason you do not want to build your own rifle, your own AR-15, is because right after you get done with one of them, you're gonna want to build another one, and then after that, you're gonna want to build another one after that. You know, spare parts, extra bolts for the 7.62x39. Now this is, you know, both of these are my babies. These are my go to war rifles. This is my 7.62x39. It looks similar to this one because I know it works. You know, yeah, could I've done something different, but I know what I like and I know what it works. So it almost looks identical to this one. This one just has a 16-inch barrel that's spiral fluted. This one has an 18-inch barrel that's straight fluted. But they pretty much have the exact same everything on it. This one has a kind of like a built-in trigger guard. This one didn't have the trigger guard, so I purchased, like, I think a Trinity Force back in the day, and I even did research on that. When eBay, you can go on eBay and actually buy stuff, you know. So I paid, you know, I think 10, you know, maybe even $5 for that. You know, guys want to go and get Magpul, you know, trigger guards for $15-20. I like, no thanks, I'm good. You know, this is just what you can do with your own builds, guys, and it's fun, man. To build your own is absolutely fun, guys. So take a look, man, for the newbies and even for the other guys to kind of get an idea, you know, to start off, especially the newbie guy. I want to build a rifle for my son now, you know, in like this, you know, don't get him a whole bunch of Gucci stuff, but you know, you can complete something like this, you know, and this is years of watching, you know, Mr. Guns and Gears, Iraq Veteran 88, Nothing Fancy, you know, Mr. Eric Pedway, if I say that right, Hank Strange, all the big gun YouTube channels that are now being censored. That sucks. But with the gun market and exploding the way it did, there's like literally 100 new gun channels now. And I'm subscribing to all of them because I get ideas from even the smallest channel, not just the big channel anymore. I tend to not watch the big channels anymore because the big channels, they're too invested into whatever else they're doing. They've moved on, which is great, so they're not really making content like that no more. They're not giving us the ideas anymore on how to build and, information like they did back in the day versus, what we're doing now, so I tend to go to the smaller channels to get information. So just something you can build. If you guys can see it, my light turned out there. So have a good one.